Woo! All right. Woo! Back in Thailand, back in Bangkok, and around this time, or last time I was here in September, I decided to retire from social media and dip out. And not just that, I basically quit watching movies, TV shows, YouTube, podcasts, books, basically everything. I just kind of cut out media, did like a giant media cleanse, but my plan was to literally just quit Instagram and social media basically forever. At least at the time, that's kind of how I was thinking. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I just wanted to do it because it'd been back and forth so much in my life that it's like I'd be on social media, I'd be like, this is bad, this is not sustainable, this is unhealthy, I need to stop this, and I would stop, and I would be like, this is so great, and then something would get me back on there, and I would just do this cycle. And so eventually I was like, enough is enough, I'm just gonna frickin' bail. So I did, and it's been about 5 months since then, and I just want to give an update. If you want the specifics of that whole thing, you can go back and watch that video. I'll put it here in the description. But basically, I decided to just literally get off of all social media. The things I kept doing was YouTube, and it's changed a little bit what I do and what I don't do since I've quit. But I wanted to stay on YouTube because I want to create videos and stuff. And to me, YouTube is fundamentally different than like Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and Threads and these like social media sites. But I might get more into that later. But so yeah, I just bailed out, and then over time, there's a few things I want to mention. Which one is for my business, one of my clients. I do some like community management and stuff for them. So I go on Instagram and I do their DMs. I read their DMs and respond, and I post stuff on TikTok for them, and a couple of things like that. So it's not like I was completely off the entire time. And there, if I'm being honest, there were a couple of times where I would go to post something or check some DMs, and I would scroll a little bit, but not necessarily a ton. And overall, it's fundamentally different than how it was before when I was on my own account, because the time wasting element of scrolling was just one of the negative effects, but another one was like the comparison, where I'm comparing myself to other people, and just seeing all the news and like just all the bullshit coming at me all the time and just clouding my mind. So even though I had to go on to these social profiles for this client, it still didn't really cause any of those problems that it was causing before. It's not optimal, but it's just what I had to do. So, and then there was a period of time where I was back on YouTube, like watching YouTube videos. So the idea was to completely quit everything. But then eventually, it was weird. I didn't really get the clarity that I was hoping for when I did that, because I've done previous cleanses and I got like immense clarity with just like my vision and my goals and all the things I was working on, and it was amazing. And then this time I do it and I get off of everything, and I wasn't really getting that clarity, and I was like, I almost felt like I needed some media to like shake things up a little bit. I was just feeling kind of like flat or something. So I started watching YouTube again, but it quickly became just like a huge time waster and clouding me again and everything. And so I quit that again about 2 months ago. And I've since picked back up books, so I can read a book. And then as far as like consuming podcasts or anything, my rule is if I pay for something, I can watch one a week. So like I pay for Sam Harris Waking Up subscription or Making Sense podcast. So like when he drops a new podcast, I'll generally watch it. And then, sometimes once in a while, if there's something that I really want to see or watch, I will watch it. But it's nothing like where I'm just on YouTube browsing around, just watching random shit all the time. It's like very focused, very intentional consumption of media. And it's been way better. And I think I want to stay like this as long as I can. The other thing I'll mention is with Instagram, I do a thing where if I'm at the airport going to a new country, I can check it and just check my DMs and make sure there's nothing like important that I'm missing, and just kind of catch up on some messages and poke around for a little bit. And I do like a little update story and maybe post one of my YouTube videos or something just to kind of tap back in for a second. And that's been fine. And I just delete it after like 30 minutes of fucking around on there, and I feel like shit, and I delete it. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I'm feeling like that's probably where I'm gonna stay. Um, you know, people, like, some criticisms I've seen are that people are like, well, I still do Facebook ads, so I do Instagram and Facebook ads. So people on Facebook are still seeing me, and so I've had people comment and be like, "Oh, I thought you weren't doing social media, or you're retiring from social media." Because some of my ads are about that I'm retiring from social media, and I came to that conclusion from my blog. So I made an ad about that, and then people are like, "Well, this is on Facebook," but the idea is that I'm not on there. I'm not posting. I'm not consuming, and yeah, I'm doing ads, and um, that kind of leads me to one of the main takeaways, I would say, which is like, one of the most negative aspects is that it definitely stifles my discovery. Like, people are not able to find me as easy, and I'm not able to share what I do as easy. Before, I could share stuff with everyone, and I miss being able to share everything. I've been doing it through my blog, so it's more focused, and it's more people who I think just really care about me that will subscribe. By the way, there's a link in the description. It's free if you want to subscribe and get my photo dumps and my updates and everything I do. But anyways, that's been hard, and so I'm trying to find ways to like combat that. One of which is I have a goal this year of doing at least one podcast guest appearance per month. So I hired a podcast booker, and I'm trying to book spots on podcasts to like connect with other people and just get out there more. I've been doing the Facebook ads and stuff, but I think I might stop doing the ads, which that's a whole topic for another time. But and then I don't know if I'm really doing anything else. I'm keeping my mind open to trying to find other ways to, get out there and promote my stuff. But I really want to prove that you can do it without being on social media, because, like, to myself and other people, because it's like, it freaking sucks on there, and having to do the social media thing, like, it just feels icky and bad. And I'm like, is this what it is? Like, am I going to accept that I got to be on TikTok? I just don't like it. And and the other criticism I've got is, well, why don't you just post and not consume it? But I think for some people that is a viable option. For me and my personality, like, I have such an addictive personality, and like, I'm the type of person where when I was smoking cigarettes, like, I'm chain smoking cigarettes. I'm living from one cigarette to the next. And even now I'm doing Zins, and it's still a similar thing where luckily they're not like that unhealthy. But with Instagram, like, if I log on to post something, like, I can't necessarily resist the pull to like constantly check the comments and see how many views I got and look at everyone else's posts and like constantly log on. Like, I can withstand it sometimes for a certain amount of time. And I've had times in my life where I just go on only on Sundays for like 3 hours, and that's all I do, and I post and I dip. I've been able to maintain that, but I inevitably end up just getting back on there all the time. And aside from that, I just don't want to be on there. It's almost like that thing. I always think of this thing where it's like the saying, or what is it? Make the bed you want to lay in. And I don't want to lay in a social media bed, and I don't want to do that. I don't like the short form. And just from like a broad perspective, I don't think it's good for the world or humanity. Like, these vertical scrolling things and these TikToks and the Instagram, and like, it's just not good, and I don't want to perpetuate it if I don't have to. And at the same time, like, I could see in the future things going away where I just say, screw it, I'm going to get back on and figure out a way to just make it work and just take advantage of the opportunities on there, just have a positive mindset, figure out, problem solve a way to use it and make it work. I've thought of hiring someone to just do the posting and go on there and doing it for me. But then it's a money thing. And like I said, there's still this element where like, I want to not be on there. I want to make a point of not being on there. So it's like, I want to show people and prove that like, you don't have to be on there. You don't have to do it. And you can just do your art that you love. And I want to discover other avenues for the promotion and the discovery and ways to be an artist and a creative online and just in the world, and then help and share that with other people and show other people. So That's kind of the goal. And so I'm doing it. And so far, mental health wise, like being off there has been amazing. I do have way more clarity. I have way more focus. I am happier. I am able to keep a schedule, like my discipline and all that. All those things are better. So there's a million downstream effects where the pros outweigh the cons. The biggest con is that kind of discovery thing where I can't really share, can't reach as many people. But even then, like back when I was on there posting every day, like it was just pitiful. Like no one ever cared what I did. I'm never getting really any likes or good views. I just felt like I'm shouting into the void. I post stuff on my story and 2 people click it, and I'm just like, fuck that, you know. So it just made me feel bad too. It's like constant rejection, which again, I can imagine getting in a place where I can just mentally figure out a way to deal with that and not have it bother me or whatever. Like I feel like I could probably figure that out, but I have a feeling that my path is just not one of being on social media, and I'm going to just continue it for now. So that's kind of my update. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on my website, DannySuede.com, or subscribe to the blog, and comment and like let me know what you think or what you do or whatever, like, so I'm not completely by myself. That's another thing I would mention is like it's a little isolating. I'm not connected. I'm not seeing my friends or communicating and connecting with people as much as I maybe used to or would otherwise. So that's another con. But overall, good, and I'm pretty happy. I'm settling in here. I'm living by myself for the first time in my life, so it's been amazing. Like my routines and the focus and being able to kind of just schedule my life and not have any interruptions and just do my own thing has been really nice. This condo is amazing. I found there's a steam room here, and it's like it looks like, you know, that Tom Cruise movie, like Oblivion. It's like really kind of futuristic, nice luxury little steam room, and it's like 10 feet tall, floor to ceiling windows on the top story with just a view of the city, and you're just posted up in there steaming. It's freaking awesome. So I'm gonna do a vlog of this, and then I have a bunch of vlogs queued up. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say about it. I will just end with what I usually do, which is that I just want to let you know about the kind of 4 things that I do and that I'm focused on and working on. And they are my music, which I have some bangers coming up. I'm so excited about it. I have so much cool planned and so many freaking dope songs coming out and dope ideas. So it's music. It's my YouTube channel, which you're probably watching right now. This is that, where I do vlogs and I do this and I do Wonder series and a bunch of other stuff, photo journals, a bunch of cool stuff. And I got Costa Rica vlog coming. I got LA music video shoot vlog coming. I got a bunch of cool stuff coming for that. I do my Substack and my blog, which if you care about me or you want to stay up to date with me, that's the place to go. There will be a link. It's free to subscribe. You literally put in your email, and I just send out either weekly updates where I put my perplexity searches, photo dumps, what I'm reading, what I'm watching, what I want to share, and little ideas that are like weekly updates, or I do big blog posts or more in-depth blog posts about certain topics, trips, things I'm thinking about. The whole reason I'm here in Bangkok and traveling for my life is because of blog posts, thinking through my life on the blog post, and I also decided to retire from social media through that. And then the last thing is my store, which I got these hoodies on here. Life can be more of what you dream. It's the motto. I got bucket hats. I got earrings, butterfly earrings and necklaces. I got some new necklaces in, so that's going to be restocked. And there's some other stuff, and I'm constantly making new products as I go. All that's on DannySuede.com. Super easy to find. DannySuede.com. And then that's it. The last thing I want to mention, which I forgot about social media, is there was a time when I was filling out physical planners every day, morning and night, and it like has prompts of like, what was good about your day, what was bad, what do you need to do better the next day, etc. And like I was doing this for maybe a year and a half, 2 years, so like I had a stack of full planners that I went through, and almost every day in what should you do better, what went bad, or like what should you work on, it's like spend less time on my phone, spend less time on social media, spend less time on my phone, spend less time on social media every day for 6 months to a year, every freaking day. And then I stopped doing the planners, but that still was my reality. So I just was fed up with that, and I think I'm better for it now, just getting off of there and spending significantly less time on my phone and on social media. Don't think it's good, don't think it's healthy, not the vibe. that's what it is. But thanks for watching. This is kind of a new style I'm trying where it's uncut. I'm not going to cut this. It's just me and you hanging out and me talking. So let me know what you think, and a lot coming up, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.